Hey, my name's Bonnie, streaming from Wabakal and Warramai Land, and this is The Good Stuff on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good.
good stuff.
The Good Stuff. Today, we're catching up with Ferg from Kingswood. We'll tell you about G-Flip's return to Newcastle, and Dan will tell you about a lineup change to the Fabulous Caprettos. But first, let's find out what's happening around town.
This is where it sounds good.
Good stuff.
The Gabs Tap Showcase is happening at the Grain Store this Thursday night, the same night that the Wankonomics Boys hit City Hall. The Cambridge Hotel Festival kicks off this Friday night for 3 days of absolute mayhem, and Ben Lees plays Adamstown Bolo on Saturday. To find out what else is happening this week, head to newcastlelive.com.au.
Newcastle Live. Newcastle Live.
Oz music legend G-Flip has announced that they will bring their drummer tour to Newcastle in September. This national tour announcement is a homecoming celebration for G-Flip, marking their first headline shows here on Australian soil since 2019. The tour promises to deliver an unforgettable live experience featuring G-Flip's infectious energy and exceptional musicianship. G-Flip will play the Bar on the Hill on September 9. To grab your tickets, head on over to newcastlelive.com.au or check us out on Facebook to see what everyone's talking about. The good stuff. Oz rock band Kingswood is currently trailblazing along the biggest Australian national tour to date. Not only has the Hometowns Tour been redefining the grit and heart of being a working musician in the modern era, but their recently released album Home has been sitting at number 1 on the ARIA Country Album charts for 8 weeks. To share insights into the Hometowns Tour and just catch up in general, I'm stoked to welcome to the good stuff Fergus Lineker from Kingswood. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Bonnie, thank you very much for having me. And that was a very warm and welcoming introduction.
No problem at all. Thank you. So this Saturday night, you'll be playing the Stag and Hunter Hotel for the second time on this tour. So obviously you must have enjoyed it at least a little bit the first time to want to come back. So can you tell us about that first time playing here and what excites you about this weekend?
Well, we loved it. We loved the Stag, and it sold out pretty quickly the first time. So we booked another one as soon as we could, and it just works out really well. You know, we've been sort of traveling around and doing. We wanted to do a big clean lap of the country and then go up the middle and do that, but it's been a little bit of back and forth. But no, this weekend has worked out really well. We've got 3 more weekends left, or 4, until the tour is finished. So we're on show about number 90, I think.
Wow.
So we play Wollongong, and then we go down to Canberra, and then we do another Sydney show. And then we go back and do our second Newy show. And then on Sunday, we're playing at the Cambridge Festival. So to say goodbye to that great venue. So it's going to be a really good weekend. We're very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. And so this is phase 2 of the record-breaking Hometowns Tour. Will there be a phase 3, or are you done for a little while?
I mean, we'll keep doing shows, but as far as the Hometowns Tour goes, I think it'll sit at about 110 shows all up, and I think that's a nice clean number to call it for the end of this tour. But I think the model that we've sort of created and the regional touring, what we've done on this first big run, is sort of learn the best way to do it, the best venues. Found these little communities that you go to and you don't know what to expect. You know, you can pull up to, Aldinga in South Australia on a Sunday at a brewery, and there's 250 people there, and it's an amazing, environment, and you're playing at this winery so we've just found all these little gems and these communities around the country that love going to see live music, and there's a great venue there and great people. So I think we'll continue doing the Hometowns Tour each year, maybe not for 6 months straight because we'll die.
Yeah.
But yeah, this first time we've really found the best places to go. And so I think we'll continue to do a regional tour like this each year at the start of each year. So we're very excited.
Yeah, excellent. Now, you've done this tour in the custom-fitted tour bus called Peggy. So
Yes.
it even features a stage just in case you want to do a little pop-up gig. Can you give us – yeah? Did that not
we
happen?
didn't really get to the stage, no. No, it was a pipe dream. I think we will do it at some stage, but yeah, there's some complications around putting a stage on the roof and fencing and safety and all this kind of thing. So we can plug in and play on the just anywhere from the bus and the generators and everything, but no stage on the roof. We also we had this big dream of pulling up to a town, like a super regional town and setting up on the roof of the bus. And then we thought, if you just look at it in your mind, if the bus is surrounded by 2,000 people, and you go, oh yeah, that looks cool, that makes sense. But it's not really realistic if you're pulling up to some super regional town. And then it's a little bit pretentious to be on the roof, when really in that environment you'd just be like, hey, let's set up here and play and all hang out together. And so maybe driving through the middle of a city playing on the roof would be a cool little stunt or something like that. But no, we never got that done.
Yeah,
but the bus is amazing. It really is kind of the only way to do a tour like this. Renting vans and getting accommodation every night for 6 months is a bit of a wild expense, and it's not comfortable. This bus has been amazing. So so there's a lot of bands that are looking to do regional touring and are going to rent the bus office. So
that's amazing.
Peggy will continue. Peggy will be around. You'll be able to. Yeah.
Long live Peggy. Now, was there an adjustment period of, when you guys were first bumping into the bus, or did it all just kind of flow pretty naturally?
It was pretty amazing straight away, and we loved it. There'd be times when, sort of a month or into the tour, where it's some venues we play have accommodation, they're a hotel and they have rooms upstairs. And we'd find that we'd sleep on the bus, even when we had rooms. Yeah,
wow.
Because, if you imagine your bunk it's a proper mattress. It's not like a little foam thing. You got your curtain that you pull across, and it's we call it the womb. You've got your charger and your light, and you can read a little blue reading light.
Yeah.
You can watch your show or whatever. And it's so comfortable and so cozy, and you've got a little aircon in there so you can get airflow. So, yeah, I mean, we sleep in it even when we get hotels, and it's amazing. And then at the back there's this big sort of lounge that's got a table that it goes down and becomes a big sort of flat bed. And we watch movies back there, and we have a popcorn machine.
Awesome. Sounds luxurious.
So it's really good. It is. It's great. It's really fun. So we, it was definitely the right thing to do. We love it.
Yeah. So I have a bit of a random question for you.
Excellent.
At the Stag and Hunter show that you did at the end of last year, we came along and we purchased a little bit of merch, which was this long sleeve tee that has a wolf on it, and it's saying Kingswood. And we had to get it because we have a husky at home. But I wanted to know, where did the inspiration behind that come from?
I remember the moment quite well. So we had a guy called Ken that does a bunch of designs for us. And so we'd sort of give a little bit of a brief, and one of the things that came through was this wolf in the mountains, and we loved it. And then we had the design there, and it said Kingswood above it.
Yeah.
And this wolf is howling. I'll show you if people are if people are watching this. Here it is.
Oh yeah, beautiful, right there.
There you go.
It's beautiful.
So it said Kingswood, and we just had this moment of, what if we just made it go Kings? Oh
yes.
And we thought we were pretty clever, so we went with it. And it's funny, yeah, people love it. It's selling well on the road, and it's great. It's a funny little piece of merch.
Yeah, I think it's really beautiful. And now I also have another question. So look, as I should, you've been touring for 90 shows now. So you've been able to get a really great, visualization of where the Australian music scene is at right now. And I'd love to know, is there anything in particular that you see that needs to change or needs to evolve to make our scene better nationally?
It's a very big question, and I don't know if I have all the answers. But certainly, when COVID was happening, everyone thought there was going to be this big boom, like the swinging 60s kind of thing, or a big boom of people going out to see music and going to festivals, and it'd be incredible. And it kind of hasn't happened. Falls Festival's cancelled. Blues Fest sold half their tickets.
Yeah.
So people are really struggling out there, festivals and even venues and shows. Like, I think we've been pretty lucky with this model and what we're doing a lot of small venues everywhere, that they've been selling really well, and it's been a success. But we've gone into venues and they're like, and I'm not sort of bragging here, I think it's because of the whole big tour that this happened, but they're saying we're getting big artists come in and we're not selling tickets. So I don't really know what the answer is, but certainly touring right now is difficult, and bands are being more conservative and doing smaller shows and just more cap city runs. And when I think the regional touring is really important. I know the government's sort of getting behind regional touring a bit more with grants and things like that. But I just want to tell people to go out and see bands more.
Yeah.
Someone asked me the other day, like, are you competing with other bands to sell tickets? And I said no, because if someone goes and sees the Dune Rats the week before they see us, right, you might think that they go, oh, we saw them, I'm not going to go and see, I'm not going to spend my money on two different bands.
Yeah.
But I think it's the opposite. I think when you go and see a band, you remember what it's like to see a band or to see an artist, and you go, oh, this was great. We used to do this all the time. Who's playing next week? So I think we're all helping each other by touring more, and you go and you see and you have great fun with your friends, and then you remember the power of going to see live music. So I just think people need to commit more and get out there more. I think we all got used to being in on a Saturday night. Do you want to get everyone together and go out and spend $200 and do this, or do you want to just watch a movie and order some food and everyone's like, yeah, we'll just stay in? I will say that Newcastle's different. Newy was one of the first shows to sell out. I think the second one's almost sold out. Cambridge Fest is going all weekend. That's sold out straight away, which is an amazing festival. Like, everyone loves that venue. We've played it so many times, and they've got, the lineup's amazing. So we can't wait to go in there and do that one on Sunday as well. So Newy's great. Newy's got it all sorted out.
We're very lucky. Yeah. Well, look, thank you so much, Fergus, for spending some time with us today. And I can't wait for your gig at the Stag this weekend, and also, of course, the Cambridge Festival. Have a great time, and thanks for spending some time with us today.
Thank you very much, Bonnie. Look forward to seeing you again on the weekend.
Good.
As if he still didn't know what happened when he knocked upon my door, Screaming Jet Dave Gleeson has joined the Fabulous Caprettos lineup. Dave will be replacing Darryl Braithwaite in the lineup, but it's still not sure if he'll continue the tradition of singing the horses for 18 minutes as part of the band's encore. Live music lovers will get the chance to see Gleeso out the front of the Fabulous Caprettos on the 7th of January 2024 at the Toronto Hotel. To find out more, hit newcastlelive.com.au.
Good stuff.
That's it for the good stuff today. I'd love to say a big thank you to Ferg from Kingswood for joining us. Be sure to head along to see them at the Stag and Hunter Hotel this weekend. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow from 4 p.m. for more of the good stuff.